Hello, sexy people. This by far will probably be one of the most bootleg tutorials you have ever laid your eyes on, and not on purpose. But this is my first tutorial, and your first one will always look a little crazy. Anyway, for those that don't know me, my name is Sonica. I've been a crafter for over 6 years, and I'm also the founder of Shades of Grandeur, which is an online arts and crafts supply store that I just created. Today, I'm going to show you how to make these beautiful coasters designed with dried flower petals and gold foil flakes. If you get lost watching what I'm doing, don't worry. I put the directions in the description box below. While doing my tutorials, you'll see that I like for us to chit chat. So basically on my channel, we're going to be crafting and chatting. And today's topic of discussion is stop complaining about your damn job. Now let's get started. Not too long ago, there was a post flying around on the internet that was basically saying that we need to stop telling people to get an LLC and start a business because not everyone is meant to be a business owner. Why y'all always telling people to get an LLC? Well, here's why. Although not everyone is meant to be a business owner, I think we can all agree that no one is meant to be unhappy. So if people are pushing you to get an LLC and start your own business doing what you love, it's because you have made it clear to everyone how unhappy you are at your damn job. You hate your manager, you hate your coworkers, and they hate you. You hate the janitor because he or she don't clean the bathrooms right. You hate the receptionist and all she does is answer phones. You hate your hours, you hate your pay, and we are always hearing about it. And I get it. You have to vent and get things off your chest. I totally get that. I totally get it. It makes you feel better. Okay, I understand all that. And I can actually relate to that. But day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, you're still complaining about the same shit and have yet to come up with a solution to the problem. So then people come along and they notice how you are good at, let's say you're good at designing clothes. You know how to make clothes, okay? You have a talent for creating beautiful outfits. And since you have let everyone know that you hate your job, people make a suggestion that perhaps you should start your own business designing clothes. But no, you rather sit on your ass and complain about your current situation. And you turn your nose up at people who are urging you to get an LLC. You also turn your nose up at people who have one. And I mean, it's getting to the point where I'm convinced that some people are just hell bent on wanting to complain about shit. And I'm not saying that owning a business is the answer to your problems. That's not what I'm saying at all. But if somebody is suggesting that to you, at least think about it instead of getting an attitude. People are not making that suggestion because they don't have anything else better to do. They're making that suggestion to you so that you can try something new that you might like. Since it's obvious that you don't like your job, why would you stay somewhere if you're not happy? Long time ago, I had to be like maybe about 24 years old. I think about 24. I remember working at this job where I had this god-awful boss that made my job pure hell. I remember getting fired from that job and feeling relieved because I didn't have to deal with that boss anymore. And I'm not over-exaggerating either. I remember this one time I showed up to work, and as soon as I parked my car, I was ready to go home. I haven't even walked in the place yet. I haven't punched in yet. And I was so tempted to grab my cell phone out my purse and call off from work while I was still sitting in the parking lot. That's how tired I was of this place. I used to experience headaches all the time from the stress. And the only time that I got any relief was when she would go on vacation for a week or at least half a week, or if she was dating somebody. Baby, let me tell you, when she was dating somebody, nobody got called in the office on some bullshit. She was sweet as pie, and it was like she was floating on air in the workplace. I used to pray to God, Lord, please let this man that she dating stay with her so that I can do my work with a peace of mind, because her dating life is the best thing that ever happened to me. But she wasn't dating, but when she wasn't dating nobody, she went back to her old self. But one day, things between my boss and I finally came to a head. I remember calling my mom the night before, and I was telling her that I was looking for another job. I had just got really sick and tired of this woman, right? And my mom asked me, why was I looking for another job? And I told her that it was because my boss was making my job hard. She was always complaining about shit, and she had a really bad habit of talking to people like they were kids. And the straw that broke the camel's back for me was when that big head bitch scolded me with her fingers in my face in front of my whole damn department. I was mortified. So as I was telling my mom all of this, she said, Sonica, you're going to have to stand up to your boss, plain and simple. If you don't, her behavior towards you is not going to stop. So the next morning, I knew that my boss would be holding a meeting with with my department to go over some stats and figures. So I figured I would bring my concerns to the meeting instead of privately in her office. And you'll see in a minute why I handled it that way. So the next morning I arrived at work and my stomach was in knots because I was afraid that whatever I say to my boss was going to cause me to lose my job. But I knew that I had to say something. So my department met up in the conference room to have our meeting with our boss, right? And she was basically going over a bunch of stats and facts and figures, but I'm not even paying attention to what she's saying because the whole time that she's talking, I'm trying to figure out in my mind, how do I check this bitch and still keep my job? So after she goes over all these stats, she made the mistake of asking, do anyone have any concerns that they want to bring to the table? I raised my hand and I said, I have a concern that I want to bring to the table. And she said, what is it? And at this point, people are gathering up their papers and getting ready to go back to their cubicle, right? And I blurted out, I want to bring your disrespectful attitude to the table. Everybody froze and looked at the boss as if to say, oh, shit. So then the boss said, listen, if you have a problem with me, we can talk privately in my office. So I said, no, I don't want to go in your office. You felt the need to publicly humiliate me in front of the whole department. So I feel the need to publicly check you about your god-awful attitude. So now she's raising her voice and now I'm raising mine. And we're basically having a shouting match in front of the department, and the assistant manager was there too. And at one point in the argument, the boss puts her hand up and she said, you need to just hush. So I said to her, you don't get to tell me to hush. I'm not your child. Who do you think you talking to like that? So she says, listen, I don't have time for this. We can have this discussion in the director's office. So as she storms out to go see if the director is in her office, the assistant manager closes the door. Everybody in the room is still quiet and they stunned because they didn't think I was going to go there. So the assistant manager said, listen, Sonica, I understand your frustration, but you got to know how to play the game. And I understood what he was saying, but I didn't give a damn about no game. All I knew was that I was pissed. And at this point, I didn't even care if I got fired because I had reached my breaking point and I just wanted to kick her ass and be done. Needless to say, we had a meeting with the director, and to my surprise, the director was well aware of my boss's attitude towards her employees, but she didn't take either side. She basically told us both that we need to work on communicating better. Just basically giving us the brush off because she didn't want to be bothered with either one of us. After all of that happened, my boss left me alone and everybody else alone for at least 2 weeks. She stayed in her damn office and away from everyone, and everyone noticed. Now, of course, months later, I got fired because a patient complained about me, but I was ready to go at that point anyway, so I really didn't give a damn. But you know something? The moral of the story is this. Had someone sat me down and showed me what a LLC was, had they did that back then, Had they showed me how to obtain it and how to use it to start my own business, I definitely would have used it back then. But during that time, I didn't know a thing about business, and I wasn't around people who were showing me either. So what I'm saying to you is be thankful that someone is talking to you about starting your own business, because they're, just trying to help you find another option to build a future for yourself versus staying somewhere that doesn't bring you joy. Okay. Now let's look at these crafts here, because this is crazy. This damn gold foil was driving me nutty. It was sticking to every damn thing. And I'm like, you know what? I should have got my tweezers for this one. But I wanted to just get this tutorial done. And I was so excited getting, my first tutorial done. I didn't give a damn. I just picked up this damn, it looked like a popsicle stick, but it's not. It's a mixing stick. But the gold was sticking to everything, even to my fingers. But as you can see, I put down a small layer of the epoxy so that everything can stick first. Because if you try to put all the gold and the gold and the flowers, the little flower petals, pieces of flower, and then put all the epoxy, all the gold and all the roses are going to rise to the top. So what you want to do is put down a little layer and use it as, a little glue or something. Let's see. Oh my goodness, this gold foil. I need to get some. I don't even think tweezers would do the trick, because it would stick to the tweezers. It's something else I need. I want to say a stylus pen, but that's not it. I know what I'm trying to say. That I need to lay this gold down without me having to fight with it. Let's see. It's so quiet in my house. I think I want to play some R&B music. You know something? R&B music has really, it has really, really changed. Back in the day, you used to get that good R&B song, and it'd be like, yeah, baby, I want you. Yeah, come here. Yeah. But now it's like these R&B songs, they get straight to the point. They be like, girl, get up on this dig, ride on my dig, place that ass on this horse dick, girl, ride and don't stop, ride around the clock. It's just ridiculous. Like, they don't even try to get foreplay. They don't try to take you out. It's just, come on, let's do this. Okay, so y'all saw that I waited 5 minutes, right? For that first layer to it don't have to fully dry. You just wanted to get a little sticky so that everything sticks. And then what I'm doing here is adding the last layer, which is basically the second layer. So now that everything has stick, you don't have to worry about anything floating to the top. And I'm going to be honest, on my tutorials, I don't take my time per se, but I go step by step. I don't rush anything. So if you have the attention span of a 2-year-old, baby, I cannot help you, because I want you to get this right. And see how everything is already stuck to the first layer. So now that I'm putting the last layer on, I don't have to worry about anything rising. See that? Everything is still in its place. We're going to do the other one. And it's looking great. I think I'm going to give these to my mama. I already made me some coasters, so I don't need these. I just made these for the tutorial. so y'all can see how I made them and how you can make your own. If you want to buy some from me, don't be shy. I'll make them for you. If you don't have the time to make them for yourself. Now, this shit pissed me off with this damn lighter. This lighter would not work. Look at this. Look at this. It was giving me such a hard time. I'm like, oh my God, this is so not romantic. This damn lighter is crazy. Now, the reason why I'm using the lighter, and I'll put that in the description box either way, but I'm using it to get rid of the air bubbles because epoxy holds air bubbles, okay? So that's all you do. But you don't want to put it on your mold. You don't want to ruin your mold. You need that in order to make your coasters. And let it sit for at least 2 days. Please let it sit, y'all. You gotta let it cure, okay? And this is 2 days later. This is the fun part to me, taking it out the mold. I just love this part. Seeing the ending product. Bam! Hot damn! Look at that. Yes, indeed. So pretty. That's right. This the top part. Okay. When you're making your molds face down, the face down part is the top part. Okay? That's the top part. Ain't that sharp? Now, I'm going to show you something in a minute here. As soon as I stop flexing. Bam. You want that. You want a gold liquid pen. Not a magic marker. A gold liquid pen. It's just like gold foil in a pen. That's all it is. And you want to go ahead and color on the sides. Yep. Just like that. Don't pay attention to my nails, please, y'all. I know I need a fill in. I do need a fill in. I need to get that done this week. And with this type of pen, you have to press down to get more liquid coming out. I'm going to show you. See that? Press down. It's a push pen so the liquid can come out. And you can use gold. You can use silver. Silver would probably be nice too with the gold foil flakes already inside the coaster. I didn't try that. But this right here is not a requirement. It's just something to jazz it up some more on the edges, you know. You can use it like that. And see how pretty that is? Beautiful, right? And see, this one is without the gold foil on the gold liquid on the edges. So you can either have it or not have it. Have it or not have it. It's still pretty either way. Okay, y'all. Bye.